Hey, I'm Jordan Miola, and these are my top 15 comedy writing tips. Let's jump in. Number 15, riff ideas. Riffing is just brainstorming or spitballing ideas, and this often helps find the funniest joke or the funniest setup or the funniest punchline. When you start brainstorming your idea and possibilities of your story, there are no bad ideas. The Office called this the blue sky period, where in the first 2 weeks of the writing room, all ideas were welcome. It didn't matter if they made sense or didn't make sense. I mean, who burns their foot on a George Foreman grill? Michael Scott does. In my new movie, Love at First Bite, I thought of the idea of having siblings battle in a war of weddings. When two brothers find out whoever gets married first inherits the family house.
Your mother and I have agreed that the first of you to get married, we are gifting you your childhood home.
Congratulations, Chaz.
No. I got the best mom and dead dad.
I broke the story, but I teamed up with two of my comedy writing friends, and we riffed what could happen if this was a movie. And then we wrote the script.
I want to marry you, son.
I want to marry you, Milton.
And we both want the house.
Desperately. Just what do you think you're trying to pull on my wedding day?
Sometimes the hardest part of writing is just starting. But with riffing, you don't have to commit to a story or an idea yet. You just write down ideas that you might commit to later. When you first start writing, there are no stupid ideas. Let any idea go anywhere and everywhere you want to. Number 14. K.I.S.S. KISS. KISS is an acronym for Keep It Super Simple, or Keep It Stupid Simple, or Keep It Simple, Stupid. This is something I first heard from Second City, but I've heard it from many other places too. The more simple something is, especially a sketch or a scene or something short, the more your audience will understand what's happening. Number 13. Comedy defies logic. If you look at animation, there's a lot of things in Family Guy or The Simpsons or The Flintstones that logically don't make sense. The Flintstones showed humans and dinosaurs living at the same time, but that was definitely not the case. But they make us laugh. Number 12. A good setup seduces the audience into listening. A good punch forces them to react. This is something I read in Stand Up Comedy, the book. A good setup usually makes the audience laugh, and they don't even realize it's a setup. And a good punch will make them laugh even harder because, again, they don't know they were being set up. Whenever you can, make your setups and your punchlines super strong because you want to grab the audience and make them laugh and then never let them go. Number 11. Have discipline. You have to be disciplined when you write and come up with jokes. If you wake up every morning and write some comedy, your brain will get better at it and it'll become faster and faster in writing jokes. But this only happens if you have discipline to do it every single day. If morning isn't good for you, make it night, but you want to have discipline. Great stand-up comedians don't just perform once a month to work on new material. They go to several different open mics every night. It's a grind for them, but that's how they master their craft. For me, I'm not a stand-up comedian, but I am a comedy screenwriter, and every day I'm always working on a script. Often discipline is the hardest part, which is a big reason why I created the Screenwriting Success Club. It gives you structure and a community so you actually stick to it. These 15 tips are part of my full list of 33 comedy writing tips that I break down in a lot more detail over there. This is just a faster YouTube version. Inside the Screenwriting Success Club, there's a full classroom with courses on writing movies, TV, comedy, and more to keep you writing consistently. Links in the description if you want to join. Now, let's keep going. Number 10. Topical jokes will be really funny now, but they will be less funny with time. Try to watch an episode of SNL from 25 years ago. Depending on how old you are, you're not going to get those jokes. And a lot of those jokes are not even funny anymore. Whenever you can, try to make jokes that are just character-based or situations-based, because those jokes will last for a really long time. They're evergreen jokes. In Phil Rosenthal's book, You're Lucky You're Funny, he says he wrote Everybody Loves Raymond not for CBS, but for TV land. And they would never have pop culture jokes, or jokes that dated the sitcom, because he knew those jokes would not be funny 20 years from then. But jokes based on character are just as funny today as they were 20 years ago. In my new series, Aaron and Abby's Adventures, I try to do the same thing. Different episodes are about different holidays, but holidays are evergreen and come back every year. Pop culture jokes do not.
No, you're cool. This is really cool.
Abby, you don't have to lie to me.
No, Aaron. No, I'm not.
Whenever you can, try to avoid topical jokes. Unless you're writing for The Daily Show or something like that, topical jokes will not last. Number 9. The rule of 3. The rule of 3 is a well-known principle in comedy writing, where things are presented in groups of 3, with the first being the setup, the second being the build-up, and the third being the punchline. The setup and buildup establish a pattern of expectation. The punchline breaks that pattern. Number 8, exaggerate. All right, so humor comes from exaggeration. If you look at sitcom characters, they're just exaggerations of real people. This is something I learned from Elephant Bucks by Sheldon Bull. In the book, he says, imagine if someone butts in front of you in the supermarket. Are you going to make a big deal about it? Probably not. But would George Costanza or Lucy? Yes, they would. They'd make a scene. Humor comes from exaggeration.
I may put up some Christmas decorations. I don't know just yet.
Oh, no. I don't mind. Go for it.
Oh, okay then. Voila!
Holy good God.
Number 7, every character has a specific attitude. In everything you write, your characters should have a specific attitude and be different than each other. And a lot of times, attitudes can become funny.
If I give him a free coffee, then just anyone born on leap day can come in today and get a free coffee.
So what's wrong with that? I mean, how many other people are born on leap day? There's probably, 6 other people in the whole city of Buffalo born on leap day, and they're not all coming here. Okay, I'm just trying to make my boyfriend's birthday special, you leap day hating dweeb.
Abby?
If you have a character that seems kind of boring, figure out what their attitude is. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're mad. They could be happy, because happy is an attitude. But you want to make sure every character has a different attitude, and it's specific.
I feel like that's why these steaks here are so darn juicy. As my cows, they live the life. And then at same day slaughter.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
That is horribly fresh.
Number 6, remember, appreciation of any piece of humor decreases rapidly through repeated exposure. I read this in Comedy Writing Secrets by Mel Helitzer with Mark Schatz. This pretty much means the more you hear a joke, the less you're going to laugh. Say you go today and see Bill Burr, and he does the same set tomorrow. If you go again tomorrow, you're not going to laugh as hard as you did today. You might laugh, but you're not going to laugh as hard. But you have to remember, with comedy writing, if you write a joke and you think it's really funny when you first wrote it, it probably is still really funny. But the more you go over that joke, the more you got to analyze it and think, oh, it's not that funny. But it is. Just test it on someone else sometimes. Number 5, have rhythm. Rhythm is so important in comedy, and you want to incorporate rhythm into everything. In your first drafts, don't worry too much about rhythm. Just get the story down, but you want to correct the rhythm as you rewrite. Sometimes a joke isn't as funny as it could be just because the rhythm is off. Position the payoff. This is something I read in Stand-Up Comedy, the book, and it's helped me so much. Sometimes when a joke doesn't work, fixing it is just a matter of rearranging the words. When in doubt, try to put the funniest word last. The funniest word last will often pay off the most. Number 4, brevity is the soul of wit. Shakespeare wrote this in Hamlet, and it is always true. A joke that has too many words isn't going to get a big laugh. But if you can take something and make it less wordy, the audience will laugh a lot faster. Number 3, find the game.
I know she talks when the game is on, talks more when it goes off.
When you're writing, once you discover what's funny about a scene, it can become the game. Your job is to play harder every time. Don't just repeat a joke, but heighten them. In Love at First Bite, the game is the concept of the film, where 2 pairs of siblings race to get married so they can inherit a giant house.
We are not losing this house. We are moving our wedding up to 359. Find the damn priest.
Number 2, escalate, escalate, escalate. When characters have problems, escalate those problems. Great sitcoms know how to do this. You'll see characters have a little problem in Act 1, and then that problem becomes bigger and bigger in Act 2 and 3. Many sitcoms will exaggerate and escalate a problem to get never-ending jokes. For example, in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they always escalate their problems with the characters. In the episode, The Gang Wrestles for the Troops, a simple plan to entertain the troops turns into a disaster when the gang creates insane wrestling personas, including Frank dressing as the Trash Man, throwing garbage in the ring. The episode starts silly and spirals into mayhem. Whenever you can, escalate, escalate, escalate.
Oh my God. Baby, what happened?
Who did this?
That's not important, babe.
Who brings maple syrup to a wedding?
Jeff! Again, not important. Why are you eating their food?
I just wanted roasted vegetables.
Babe, these are meat-based vegetables.
Oh my God. Oh my God, this day can't get any worse.
Number 1, always stay ahead of the audience. So this is really important. You never want the audience to predict the punchline or know what's going to happen in the future. If anything, you want to make them think one way and then go the other. If you look at I Love Lucy, they were so good at this. They would always make the audience think one way and then surprise them and go another way. You want to subvert expectations. In the classic episode, Lucy does a TV commercial. Lucy sneaks onto a commercial for a health tonic, Vitamin Vegemin. Viewers know she's going to drink it, but the surprise comes in how drunk she gets over multiple takes, because she doesn't know that Vitamin Vegemin also has alcohol in it. Her slurring delivery of Vitamin Vegemin catches the audience off guard and escalates hilariously. Don't let the audience figure out the punchline. We often laugh out of surprise, so it's always best to stay ahead of the audience. I break down all 33 of these comedy writing tips in more detail inside the Screenwriting Success Club, along with a full classroom on filmmaking, writing movies, comedy, and more. We also run guided challenges, so you're actually writing with a community of writers just like you. If you're serious about writing more, come join us. Links in the description. I'll see you there.